So it's 2025 and AI can draw better than most of us. So why bother learning to draw at all? But this could also apply to other things like musical instruments and writing. Why learn to play a guitar, compose a song, write a novel, make a YouTube video, make a short film? AI can do all of this as well, and drawing is no different. It's getting harder and harder to tell if something is AI or not, and at some point, the viewer won't care about it even if you point it out because the quality is just that good. So if AI can make anything, what's the point of learning to do it yourself? The answer isn't about beating AI, but about what we gain from the act of drawing itself. Okay, so this isn't supposed to be a doomer video. Please don't click away just because I've said all these things. So let me tell you what AI can't do right now. They can't do spatial and object logic. So oftentimes when you see multiple characters or a scene generated, it's like hands are overlapping and arms are like eating into people's faces. It cannot do iterative changes. So if let's say you have an image that you like, but then you want a slight change here, it sort of gets confused and it's like, whoa, what the fuck? And it can't do complex lighting and perspective. So yeah, it's not complete doom and gloom. It's not like you don't have an advantage over AI, at least not right now. You might be thinking, these are advanced topics. And yes, that's true. But anyone can learn them with enough patience, determination, and practice. So let's come back to the original point of this video. Why should you learn to draw? It's about learning to learn. You would think I've already done enough of that in school. But what school does is a one-size-fits-all predetermined structured system that doesn't actually work for everyone. And the incentive structure is to reward performance, not understanding. So what most people do is memorize without understanding the subject matter. I know that's what I did. I crammed all the information I didn't care for into my brain and flushed it down the toilet once the test was over. Just like learning any new skill, it's about understanding yourself and what works best for you. Because everyone learns differently. Some people need repetition, others need experimentation, others learn by copying and breaking rules later. Drawing forces you to figure that out. This process of learning is also about how much persistence and consistency you yourself as a person has. Learning to build good habits and discipline. You'll hit frustration walls, you have days when nothing looks right, but pushing through that teaches patience, persistence, and how to adjust your approach, not just in art, but in anything you learn. I also like to tell people that drawing is like a muscle and exercise. You need to be consistent, and if you don't use that muscle, it loses its muscle mass and you have to build it up again. But it comes back faster each time. Learning to draw is also about being able to take feedback and critique, to look at your own work objectively, or you cannot as well. It's your own thing, but if you want to improve, learning to take and give feedback helps. Building a thick skin helps with this. Know that the person giving the critique isn't attacking you or your work. Even though you put a little of yourself into your work, it's about helping it become something better, especially if you yourself ask for the feedback. Also, be nice. Always thank the people who give you feedback. They took the time to look at your work with a critical eye and help you break down the parts that are or aren't working when they could have been working on their own art. People are usually happy to help but don't abuse it as well. Learning in general is both the theory and the practical. I know we all like to prepare and be informed, endlessly consume how to start a YouTube channel, what tips you need, what equipment you should get, what programs to use, or saying you need to turn on X and Y settings to get more viewers. But in actuality, all you need to do is start making that first video. Because all the theory in the world will never prepare you for what you actually like doing. Everyone has a different workflow that works for them. And you might realize that editing is something you absolutely hate and never want to touch again. Learning to draw teaches you how to learn effectively, how to handle failure, and how to get better at getting better. That's worth way more than any pretty picture AI can generate. Learning to draw is also about total and unfettered freedom of expression. Prompting only gets you so far. The more you try to tweak an image, the more the AI starts to freak out. And at some point, you might as well just roll the dice again. The thing about AI is that it'll always get close, but never exactly match what's in your head. And sure, some of you might say, well, even if I draw, I can't perfectly draw what's in my head either. And you're right, none of us can. But here's the difference. When you draw, you're in control of that gap. Every time you sketch, erase, and adjust, you're closing that distance a little more. AI gets close by chance. You get close by choice. Drawing isn't just about making a pretty picture as well. It's about ideation. It's not something AI can do because all AI does is just recycle the existing ideas, not able to create anything new, original, or funny that will appeal to actual human beings. I think the sense of ownership is something you can be proud to say is yours as well. Then you might ask, so who cares? Well, you yourself should. It's something you created. It's yours. Who else can claim that? And why are you doing this for others? You should always do this for yourself. You should never pursue something for the validation of others, but for your own sense of self-satisfaction and accomplishment. Why is ownership appealing? When you create something yourself from your own decisions, mistakes, and effort, it becomes part of your identity. It's not just a picture, it's your picture. It carries your thought process, mood, and style, even if it's something rough or imperfect. When you can make something yourself, you naturally care about it more. Ever heard of the IKEA effect? It was coined by researchers who found that people value things they build themselves significantly more than identical pre-made furniture. Let's also talk about the mental health benefits drawing can provide. Drawing slows you down and gives your brain space to breathe. In a world of instant gratification, constant screens, and algorithmic outputs, drawing is tactile, slow, and human. Even for me, it helps me regulate my mood, mostly my anger and my frustration with work.
Okay, fine. I'm cool. I'm fine.
It's my art therapy. Many people keep a sketchbook as a brain dump when ideas, worries, or emotions swirl. They draw something unfiltered to let it out. Some find it as a form of escapism. They lose themselves in their own worlds. It allows them to focus on the moment and quiet any overthinking or anxiety they may have. It's a healthier way to channel negative emotions and a coping mechanism. A lot of people may struggle to put emotions into words, and art is a way to express that however they feel like or without needing to be constrained by words. There also have been studies about this and is used in therapy as well. And what does AI prompting get you? It generates images instantly, but it doesn't calm you down or help you process your feelings. You don't come out of a mid-journey session feeling centered. Hopefully, this has convinced you of the positive outcomes of learning to draw. Now, if you want to start, what do you do? Where do you start? I think this could honestly be a whole video on its own. It's just so much to unpack about where to start with drawing. But the short answer is, if you have the interest, your only real limitation is your own curiosity and drive. There are endless tutorials, communities, and resources out there for every kind of learner, so just explore what interests you the most. The most important thing, though, is consistency. Like I said, art is like a muscle. The more you train it, the stronger it gets. And if you stop, sure, it weakens a bit, but once you come back, it grows even faster. I think the one thing that helped me the most recently was joining an art community, and drawing can feel pretty isolating when you're just grinding away alone, wondering if you're even improving. But being around other artists, whether they are beginners or pros, changes that completely. You start to see that everyone is struggling with the same thing: anatomy, motivation, self-doubt, and that's comforting in a weird way. Plus, feedback from real people helps you grow faster than any YouTube tutorial ever could. Personally, I hang out on r/artist lounge and their Discord server. It's a great space. People share their work, ask for critiques, and just have fun creating. It's a small, supportive corner of the internet where you remember that art doesn't have to be a solo journey. You get inspired by others, pick up tips, and it helps keep you going. So yeah, drawing teaches you how to learn, how to express yourself, how to solve problems, how to slow down for your own mental health. You don't have to outdo AI. You don't even have to make something perfect. You just have to make something that's yours. So grab a pencil, doodle, scribble, make something because it feels good to make it. So all the things you've been seeing in the video have been the things I draw myself. And if you want to see what I personally like to draw, you can follow me on X. Sorry if there haven't been more videos the past few months. Do drop a comment if you can so that I know you're real, because YouTube changed the way views are counted and I've been struggling with motivation. But I do appreciate your subscription and thank you for watching.